Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chris. I'm here with Kathy. We go by Ginger Marvin on Instagram and YouTube, and we have another haul video for you today. Now, this video is actually a little bit of a collaboration between us and some other YouTuber friends of ours. So the idea was to be able to go on a trip and thrift along the way and see if you can pay for your trip with the results of your thrift finds. So last weekend, we went up to Denver. We stayed at a hotel called the Gaylord at the Rockies, and it was a nice hotel, had a bunch of swimming pools, and we went up with the kids. They didn't allow dogs, so Reese couldn't come with us. But this is all the stuff that we thrifted along the way to try to help pay for our trip. So I'm going to turn it over to Kathy. She's going to show you everything that we found and what we expect to sell it for.
Hey guys. So I'm going to break down my trip expenses right now. So just so that you guys can have an idea. Our hotel room at the Gaylord was $555.38. That was the room. They charge a resort fee, and then we had a ridiculously expensive dinner the first night. Which it's just because it was in the hotel, not because it was a fancy dinner. Even it just was a crazy amount for dinner. And then I think that was it. And then they add in an extra $100 in taxes.
Resort fees, taxes.
That was the price of our hotel room. So we'll put up a screenshot. I'm a part of this vacation group where they have deals and stuff. So that's how we found the deal. So this was actually almost half off of what it would have been if we just went on our own and booked it. So we were just looking up their site, and a room per night is $344 was the cheap room.
Right.
With 2 queen beds, basic room.
Which is what we got. We got this small room.
We got it for 2 nights for $378 before all the fees and stuff. Yeah. So you'd still have to pay the fees on top of the $344. So. And
normally you'd have to pay things like parking and.
Oh, right. Our parking was included in our deal, but if not, it was $29 a night just to self-park yourself. Right. For valet, it would have probably been $50 a night.
Which is probably pretty common for some resorts and hotels.
Yeah, it was kind of. We're still. I don't know, we're early 30s, so a few years, way before the pandemic, maybe 5 years ago, we went on a cruise, and we stayed in Florida just at a random hotel waiting on our cruise, and we factored in all the pricing, but then when we got to the hotel, they're okay, it's $10 a day for it. Wasn't even that much, but we were just what?
It was
just
valet only parking, yeah.
Oh yeah, valet only, so anyways, yeah. Now that we're grown-ups, we're a little bit more okay, do we have to pay for parking? Do we have to pay for this? Do we have to pay for this? But yeah. Anyway, so the hotel room, $555.38. Gas. We had to drive Chris's truck because my van is out of commission at the moment. He's going to fix it just so that we save money there.
It's under repair right now, so I've got pieces out now.
So we couldn't drive that. And we do actually have a third car that was... it was out of commission at the time that we left for our trip. It needed a new battery, which it now has, but then we found out that it has a bee's nest in the side of it, so we have to deal with that.
For a while. So we drove the truck.
We drove the truck, which obviously with gas right now, about $3.50 a gallon. We filled up the gas for $82, but it was only half full when we got back. So we're counting $40 towards gas.
Yeah.
We had a breakfast that cost $54, a dinner that cost $44, a dinner for kids. They didn't want to eat what we were eating. Their dinner was $11.53. And then the next day on the way back, we had lunch that was $36.
Yep.
And then we did let them get a Build-A-Bear at the hotel, which was a ridiculous amount that I'm embarrassed to even say, but that was $86 for two Build-A-Bears.
Two Build-A-Bears, yeah.
I was okay with it because our kids pick a Pokemon and then Baby Yoda, so they'll probably stop playing with it in a couple months and I'll just sell them, which I'll probably get at least half of that back, if not more. Everything totaled together came out to $829.72, so kind of a lot for a 2-day trip, although maybe not. It just depends on what you're doing. For a thrown together trip last minute, I thought that was fairly decent price. It was a really nice resort.
Yeah.
So.
It was our big summer kind of getaway for the kids.
Yep.
Kind of their birthday family trip kind of thing.
We didn't have a birthday party for them with their friends. That would have been $300, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have pools, water slides. Obviously, they're too little for the water slides, but splash pads. So we spent a lot of time in the water, and they loved it.
Yeah, we didn't have to go to any outside things and pay for those. So yeah, so everything on this table is what we got along the way. We stopped in Monument, Colorado on the way up, and also Castle Rock. Those were the 2 stops on the way up. And then we did 1 stop in Aurora on the way back. And then I'm counting 1 trip that when we were like taking our kids on the way back to their cousin's house to sleep over, because that was, I don't know, I'm counting as part of the vacation. So that was in Colorado Springs, but a few, I think it was like less than 10 things that you're gonna see here were from that store. So yeah, we did plan on hitting up the bins while we were up there, but it just didn't work out. So
yeah,
we probably would have got way better stuff and more and less cost to us, but it is what it is. So yeah, I did screenshots for all these so far, which you'll see as I show you, but I didn't add it all up in my head yet, so I'm not sure exactly what this is all going to total up to in the end, so we'll find out together. First thing I found were just these little women's Crocs. They're the slide sandals. They're going to sell probably for, I'm going to try to be conservative on these listings. I didn't memorize all the comps, but I have a pretty good idea. So these, I'm going to say on the low end, $20 plus shipping. So we'll put 20 up for those.
And we're going to go based off the comps of the screenshots when we do all the numbers. So
yeah, some of these I sold for in the past, and I've sold them for a lot more than the comps are showing, and I'll probably list mine higher, but yeah, we'll just say what the comps are saying for now. These are some Olakai women's flip-flops, size 11. These are probably going to sell for... the comps were a little bit weird. I think like some were 39 and then some were like 25. So I'm gonna say 30 plus ship on these guys. For how many Olakai sandals I sold, I would say that's pretty good, what we'll get. So these are just some kids' Heelys, and actually they had the key with them, which is very rare in the thrift store. But yeah, they're also in really good shape. Like, they probably weren't even worn, although they do have some dog hairs that I'm gonna have to get out. These are a kid size 13, and in the past I've sold several Heelys for about $30 plus shipping. Comps are showing a little less, but these are in really good shape, so let's just call it 25 plus shipping on those. Don't know where the other one of this is at the moment. These are just some kids Converse. They're not gonna sell for a ton. I don't even know if I had a screenshot for these because there just wasn't really much on eBay, but I'm very confident I can get $15 plus shipping on these. That's about what I always get on kids Converse, so we'll say 15 on those. I believe those were a toddler 9 in case anyone's gonna want any of these things. My piles are not like that organized apparently. All right, so these are some men's Echo, like a heavy duty sandal pretty much. These are size 45, which I'm not sure at the moment what that is. But these comps were, I believe, between 40 to 60 plus shipping. So let's call these 40 just because they're a little dirty. I think I might get closer to 50, but we'll call them 40 for now. Yeah, Echo is becoming one of my favorite brands. They've been selling off really well for me for really good prices. These are some Alegria women's sandals, and these are a size, I think they're like a 37. Yep, 37, so like a 6.5. So small size, but they're like basically new. And really pretty floral embroidery. I'm gonna say these are gonna go around $40 plus shipping, so 40 on those. Got a pair of Dansko. This specific model I have not sold before. I sell Danskos all the time. These, when I looked up the comps, there was only 2 listings, I think. So I don't remember exactly what they were, but I believe they were between 30 to 40. These aren't in perfect shape, but they're pretty good. Let's just say $30 on those. Plus shipping. Yeah, so we're not gonna count the shipping as part of our total. All right, so these are men's Sanuk, and they are new at tag size 13. No box, obviously, but because they're new at tag, I think I can get about $40 shipped, which shipping's probably gonna be $9 or $10. So let's call these 30 just to be safe. I think I might even get more on those, but. Right, these are another pair of Alegrias. These are like a fisherman sandal. I've sold this style several times for about $50, but comps are showing a little less, so I'm gonna call them 40 plus shipping, and I think that's gonna be pretty accurate to what they sell for. They are a really good size. They are a 41, which I think is like a 9.5 or 10. Alright, I'm gonna do clothes at the end. I've got these Keens. They're like in really, really good shape. These, I believe, were going around. There was only a couple comps on these as well, and most of them were new. These aren't new, but they do look new. I'm gonna say $30 plus shipping on them, but I think I'll probably get more like 35 to 40. I don't remember what size those were. These are women's 8, if anyone's looking. And we got some Skechers Shape Ups. These are a women's 7.5. Really good shape for Shape Ups. Sometimes they're really grody and like
crumbly, right?
So like white pairs a lot of times are just yellowed and just icky. These are actually in really good shape. So they are a little bit of a small size. I generally get around $40 for Shape Ups plus shipping, but let's just say 30 because of the small size.
Just be sure to check the soles if you're gonna try to if you find any and want to buy them. Give a good squeeze. Make sure nothing is crumbling or like super dry. Yeah. They don't make them anymore, so they're older, and that's kind of the first, tell that it's not a good buy. So
those are Shape Ups. These are Skechers Tone Ups. These are like a flip flop. And these ones, I believe comps were fairly low. I feel like I've sold these in the past for like 30 plus ship, but comps are saying more like 20 plus ship now. So we'll call these 20. And those were a women's size 10. Alright, still don't know what the other one of that is. So these are some women's Adidas. I've sold these a few times. All the others I've sold were in a black color. These are like a purple, and they're basically like new. All the comps that I was finding were new, I believe. But all the pre-owned ones I've sold have went for about 30 plus shipping. So I'm just going to call these 30. And also these have always sold really fast. I think any like super lightweight shoe is going to just do really well. That's what I've been finding recently. All right, another pair of Skechers. Apparently I like Skechers. It's like my new Crocs. These are a women's 6.5, which is a small size, but again, they're like in perfect condition. Almost like new, and all the comps except one were for new. And those were for like $55 shipped. These are gonna be light enough to go first class. The only pre-owned one was like $40-something plus ship, which I thought was weird, but I really don't think I'm gonna get that much for these, but let's just call it 30 on those. I think I can get 30. People like the boat shoe style for some reason.
That's a nice style.
Yeah, I think it looks nice. These are some Jewels, or however you say that fancy brand. I almost didn't buy these because the comps probably are not even good, but at this Goodwill there was no service on my phone. They were in really good shape, and they have the cutest little ducks on them, so I knew that they would sell. I just didn't know for how much. But I took a chance. These are probably going to sell for... So the two comps for pre-owned are about 24 plus shipping. They weren't as cute as these ones, like the print, and they probably weren't in as good a shape. So I'm going to say I'm going to get 30 for these. I think that's pretty accurate plus shipping. Alright. And then these are Chacos. These ones are a little beat up. Creases and everything. The soles are still good. But yeah, I sold a pair of these recently. These are a women's 10. I think they'll sell for about 30 plus shipping. Comps, even with the same condition, are going for about even 40, but I'm gonna say 30 just because I think they're pretty beat up. Alright, got a pair of Dansko women's size 40 professional nurse clogs. These will probably go right around 40 plus shipping, I would say. The comps are showing less, but the comps also look like in worse condition. Like these are basically like new. So I'm gonna say 40. I'm pretty confident in that. Alright, found some. This is a brand I don't find often, and when I do, it's usually a kid's shoe, but this is my first time selling a men's pair. This is Palladium. It's a good brand. It doesn't sell that quickly, so I don't really expect these to sell quickly. However, the comps on the men's, I even want to pull it up because feel like it was really good. Right, so comps I was seeing were, and these were also pre-owned and canvas. There are leather boots, those ones probably sell for more, but the canvas, I found one for 70 plus shipping, 50 plus shipping, 44 plus shipping. So let's call these 50 plus shipping, which I think is pretty, about what I'll get. These were a men's 11, so yeah, they're in really good shape. I think they'll do well.
And usually we list things higher than we're kind of hoping to get.
Always have sales and then sending offers, especially now with Posher VA. I always, on Poshmark, at least list 20% above what I expect to get. On eBay, I usually do 10 to 15% more than I expect to get. So, all right, another pair of Echoes. These are men's, just like I don't think these ones said Gore-Tex, but if you ever see Echo Gore-Tex, those are going to be really good. These I think were called Echo Receptor sneakers, and you can see they're a little worn on the leather, but the soles are really good still, and the comps were really good even in worn condition. So yeah, these are men's size 45. Again, I don't remember. I'm good at women's, like Euro, but not men's. These were going for, I want to look it up because I can't remember. All right, so I didn't find like the exact style, but all the ones that I was finding, so like one was like 68 plus ship, 40 plus ship, that was bid, which bid usually you get less than if you would have just priced it as buy it now.
When we pull comps, we usually kind of ignore bids.
And then 33 plus ship, that was kind of a low, and then 65 free ship. So I don't know, with the condition minor, and I'm gonna say 40 plus ship. I think that's pretty fair. All right, and then these are some Mephisto, but these ones are Gore-Tex, so always looking out for that Gore-Tex logo no matter what the brand is. Like these obviously aren't the cutest shoe, but the Gore-Tex is just like a really good waterproof and just like, it's just a really well-made shoe. So yeah, these are the size on here is a little bit weird. So it says Euro 6.5, US 9. So I believe that's women's sizing then, because I learned from Renzi, if it's within one, it's men's. If it's not, it's women's. So yeah, it's not like saying the normal Euro size like 40 or whatever. But yeah, I believe these are women's 9, and the comps on these were also really good, like 60 or more. But I'm gonna just go low and say 50 plus shipping on those. We got some Merrill. What are these called? I think they're called the Encore Breeze. These are, I sell these all the time. They usually sell really fast, right around $30 plus shipping. So I'm gonna say that's what those are gonna go for. They are a women's 8. So yeah, pretty good shape. Got some Teva sandals. Always like selling Teva. Pretty much any style is gonna do well. And almost always get about $30 plus shipping. I think these might get closer to 40, but let's just say 30 plus shipping for this. Those were a women's size 7. We got some Fit Flops. I do not remember the comps on these, but they're in really, really good shape. They're women's size 6.5. Pretty much don't even look worn. Almost always on Fit Flops, anything I can get at least 30 plus ship. So I'm gonna say 30 on those. Some itty bitty baby Crocs. And I feel like I wanna look up the screenshot because I don't know if I saved it, but the Crocs screenshot, yeah, I did. Yeah, so on the screenshot on the screen, you're gonna see 2 solds, and I was trying to be specific. I said Crocs, toddler, black. So it didn't pull up a million Crocs. And the 2 that showed up was one on bid for $3.99 plus shipping, and then one pre-owned regular buy it now price $16 plus $4.25 shipping. So before I looked up comps, I'm confident in selling Crocs. I sell them all the time, babies, women's, men's, everything. I can almost always pull out, with shipping included, close to $20. These are a tiny baby size of 4, so I was gonna say about, like if I threw these up on Facebook Marketplace, they'll sell for 15 plus the $3.75 ship probably right away. So I'm gonna say 15 on these guys.
Because those are light, they'll go first class, and
they're probably not even 4 ounces.
Put them in a poly mailer and ship them along.
Yep. Hey, these are pretty neat. These are Vans National Geographic, and they're basically new without box. All the comps on these ones were pretty much new. Like, I didn't even see any pre-owned, but I sell Vans pretty often, kids ones. So the new with tag ones were 50 plus ship, 55 free ship, and then this one was bid $21.50 plus ship. So again, don't do bid unless it's like a really desirable item where there's no others listed. But yeah, these are a kids 11 and a half, like toddler size, and I think I can get about $30. I would say $30 shipped, so let's say $25 for these plus shipping.
Now, you said they're new.
I mean, I'm not going to call them new.
Right, you would not list them as new.
No, I probably won't even say excellent condition, which I definitely think they are. Yeah. I always I'm very conservative on my listings. I'm probably going to list these as very good.
Yeah. We always under promise and over deliver.
Yeah. I get disappointed a lot in stuff I buy pre-owned. That's just like yesterday I ordered, and these are just going to be swim trunks for grandma's house anyways, which I know they'll get ruined, but I bought them as excellent condition, and they have snags all over the bum area and stuff, so I didn't even say anything. They were a good price, and I probably would have bought them even knowing it's just frustrating thinking you're buying something better than it is, so yeah. I don't want to do that to my buyers. All right, these were cool. I've never sold. I sell Salomon a lot. I really love this brand for selling. But yeah, these sandals were really cool, and I've never sold a pair like it. So they're basically like new, women size 10. And on the comps that you'll see on the screen, none look just like this. But I think the comps were more like 40 plus ship or 40 free ship. I think I can get about 50 for these just due to the condition and everything, but let's just say 40 plus ship. I think that's pretty fair because of how nice and clean they are. All right, these are Toms. I don't always buy Toms, but recently my women's ones have been doing fairly good at the $20 to $25 range, especially on Facebook Marketplace and Mercari for some reason. So yeah. These are a women's 11, so good size. I think that I can sell them for 20 plus shipping, so let's call those 20. So these almost had no comps at all. All the comps you're gonna see on the screens are from eBay, but this I went to Poshmark and even still only found one, and it's like a youth size, and these are baby toddler size. They're a toddler 10. They're just like Nike skateboard, multicolor. Generally, any Nike baby shoes I can get around 20 plus shipping out of, so I don't know though.
Because get a zoom up of the color. So
yeah, they're really cool, like a not rainbow because it's only really like green, blue, red, but I don't know.
Almost like reminds me of TV static as a kid.
They were super cheap, so even if I get like $15, I don't know. Let's just call these 15. I don't want to overestimate on those. That was just something I probably should have checked comps before I bought, but I didn't. All right, we got some little baby Keens. These are a toddler 6. I can almost always get about 20 to 25 plus ship out of baby Keens. Let's call these 20. They're a little dirty, so. Okay, we got another pair of Crocs. These are, actually Chris found these. These are Ariel Crocs. And yeah, they're a little scuffed up on the toes, but they're still gonna sell well. I would normally say 20 plus ship on anything Disney, but because of the scuffs, let's call these 15 plus ship. Alright, and then right next to those, I found these Birkenstocks, which I've never sold one with these cute little flowers on them, and these are super small, toddler size 6. I didn't even know they made them this small. Like our kids have a pair in the toddler 9, and I thought those were tiny, but these are tiny, tiny. There wasn't much comps at all on these on eBay, but I'm confident I can get about 30 plus shipping, but let's just call it 30 free ship. So like, let's say $25 plus shipping on those. Another pair of Echo. These are really nice. Again, almost in perfect condition. Women's 39, which I believe is like at 8.5. And without looking up what I pulled up for the comps, I believe these were going for about 40 plus shipping. So let's call these 40. And then I got a pair of Youth Kids Choco. They're just orange. They are super dirty, so they're gonna go in the wash, but they will clean up nicely. They're a Youth 3. then I'm confident I can get 30 plus shipping, but let's call it 25 to be safe. All right, so that was all the shoes, which obviously if you're not new here, you know that's what I like to look for. And then I peeked in a few other sections. Well, this was Chris's find.
Yeah.
This was just a Ford
repair manual.
Yeah,
Yep.
so he sold two other ones recently. This one looked like it was going for about 20 plus shipping, which is nice. And then he also grabbed this game.
Which I did not really check. I have since checked to make sure everything was there. It is complete.
Yeah.
But I didn't check in the store, and
It's in really good shape. The box
Yeah.
is not dinged, and they didn't put tape on it like weirdly like they
Yeah.
normally would. So
Goodwill does that all the time.
the comps they're kind of all over. Like there were some going only just for $12 plus shipping.
Yeah.
And then there was one that was like 18 something plus shipping. So he got it for $1.99. So worst case, we make $8 profit, which hey, that's not bad. Well, worst case, we keep it and play it, which I don't want anything to do with anything that says pandemic, but
Yeah. Sell-through rate on it is pretty
Not that good.
slow. There's a lot more listed than have sold. So it might sit for a while. That was something I didn't look at when I
it's okay.
bought it, but
think
for
it
$2,
was $2,
if
yeah.
it sits around for a while, that's okay. It's not gonna get damaged just sitting around.
No.
So, you know, it might take a long time to sell, but it should sell.
yeah. And then a few clothes I picked up were these Torrid shorts, denim shorts. I sold a couple pairs recently, although those two were new at tag. I think I sold those for like 30 something each plus shipping. But because these are pre-owned, they're in really good shape. I think comps were kind of all over. Like some people just way undersell their stuff and it kind of throws off comps. But I'm confident at the very least I can get 20 plus shipping on these. They are a women's size 20, so a really good size. Yeah, so let's call those 20. And this is cool, but they are kid size. I didn't even know they made kid clothes. And I honestly don't know if they're boys or girls or if they're just unisex. They just say medium size 10. I feel like they're girls because of just how like short the inseam is. Like, I don't know. I just feel like men's or
It does
boys
seem like a
pants
low rise,
like
yeah.
have huge pocket areas and stuff. So I don't know. I think these are girls. So I pulled up comps for girls, and even for kids, these pants look like they were selling for like pre-owned 20 to 25 plus shipping. So not bad at all. They were only $1.99. So
Very nice.
I'll take it.
That is one of our favorite kind of brands.
Yeah.
Cool. KUHL.
Yep. It's a really good brand, especially like
Yeah.
men's and women's, but especially men's. All right. This I just grabbed because I liked it. I probably overpaid for it, although when I was looking up comps, I was pleasantly surprised. So it's just LL Bean, but it's like, what is this called? I want to say Adirondack, but that's the chairs. Is there a jacket that's like a similar name to?
I mean, it could be Adirondack is like a region, so it could be an Adirondack. I don't know.
There's like a name for jackets. I can't think of it at the moment, but yeah, this is a men's medium. Yeah. Men's medium. It's just a pullover, and comps were about 40 to 50, although the comps that you're going to see on the screen there are like a little bit better of like a colorway, I would say.
I like this colorway.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's just simple. The ones that I'm saying, they're like
Right.
colorful. Like that's
Right.
kind of in right now, like Aztec
Popping,
and
yeah.
Southwestern printies. So those ones are going like over 50 though. So I think that I can say 35 to 40 on this. So let's just say 35 plus shipping on that. So that would put the buyer in about 40 total. So 35 on that. And then let's do that one last. This, I do like selling vineyard vines. This was a women's. I almost left it for that reason because I feel like it does better for men's stuff and even kids stuff. But I don't know, it was fairly inexpensive, so I grabbed it. And yeah, it's a women's medium. I think this was called the Shep shirt. So it's just like a pullover, has a little purple whale there. But yeah, comps weren't great. I think that they were between like 20 to 30 shipped. Well, 20 plus shipping or like 30 free shipping. So let's just say 20 plus shipping on this. We'll do that. And last but not least, So the comps again on the screen that you're gonna see, I didn't know what to like keyword this to like look up comps.
Yeah, this was unique.
It's Patagonia, but it's definitely older. It's not a button down because it's like a zip down,
Yeah,
but when I put Patagonia like zip down, nothing came up. And then when I put like Patagonia floral button down, it's showing up like $200 comps, but those are the Pataloha shirts, which I know that those can go for like a crazy amount, but it will say Pataloha on the shirt. Like those are literal like Hawaiian versions of Patagonia. Like it's Patagonia, but like Hawaiian shirts.
Right.
Which this is not, so I don't know. Almost anything Patagonia you can at least get like $30 plus shipping out of. I think some of the comps you might see are very a plain Patagonia shirt and they're still going for 30, so
Yeah.
let's just say 30 on this plus shipping.
I think this is cool. I mean,
Yeah, well, let's just say 25 actually plus shipping, so then that puts them about 30. It's a men's XL. It's a little dingy, I feel like. I don't know, that I'm just very picky. It's not bad. I think it's fairly old, and it's not bad for how old I think it is.
Says Patagonia up on the neck there.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I thought it was interesting, so I grabbed it. And yeah, that's what we picked up. So again, I didn't add it all up in my head or on a calculator yet, so I'm kind of excited myself to see. I don't think that this quite paid for our trip, but if it could even, pay for that, what was it, 500 or?
For the room, yeah.
Yeah, for the room, 500-ish.
555.
Yeah.
So let's cut here. Let's run the numbers, and then we'll come back and see how we did. All right, guys, we just added everything up. Got a total based off the screenshots. Now, I am going to put the number of what Kathy was saying during the video along with this number. So basically, average out these two numbers, and that's probably what we're going to get. But
yeah, we didn't watch the video back yet to
compare
exactly what I said, and I don't exactly remember what I said even, so it should be fairly close. But yeah, so we didn't tell you what we had spent on the thrifted items yet, which was $233.12. That was 4 different stops totaled together. What we came up with what I said that I thought everything would sell for conservatively, and that obviously does not include shipping, so like we won't have to minus shipping out whenever we get this money back. What we came up with was $1,112, and then that would be plus shipping. And then, which if you minus the 1112 minus what we spent on all the stuff, which was the $233.12, you come out with $878.88. So that's basically what we spent. Again, from the beginning of the video, our expenses for our whole trip was $829.72. So
yeah,
I honestly didn't think it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like $400 to $500.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking too.
And I do really think I was being conservative on those numbers. I always price my stuff higher than comps and almost always sell it higher than comps.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times we get full price sales when we list higher.
Yep.
And like, for instance, this Patagonia shirt, I think you said $25 on that.
Yeah.
I think that could go for more. So, there's obviously some variation. And if you are interested in seeing how much this stuff does sell for, we do pretty much daily what sold videos where we go through and say how much we sold stuff for and how much we sourced it for. And if you're new here, you can definitely check that out. But I'm sure we'll be showing these off in our what solds in the near future. A lot of them are going to sell quick.
Something we did want to mention was all these stops together totaled maybe 2 hours of time, because the 2 stops on the way up, we were like rushed because we were like, our check-in was at 4, we left our home around 2, which it's an hour and a half away, and we wanted to stop at 2 Goodwills. So I think we did get to the hotel a little late, but I was in the 2 Goodwills no more than 30 minutes each, and that was mainly to look at shoes. So on the way up, that was that. In Aurora, I think I spent 30 minutes or so there, and then after we dropped our kids back off and we went together, he only got to come with me one time. So also most of this was just found by me. So I think we were heading to a date night after he got to come in with me, so we were kind of rushing that time too. So in just 2 hours of sourcing, we were able to find approximately $800 in profit, almost $900, maybe even closer to $1,000 when it's all said and done. So obviously it's going to take
quite a bit of work getting it all listed.
A full day of work, so another 8 hours. But if you can make $800 in 10 hours or so of work, that's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that was a very successful little challenge. That we did way better than I was expecting, given that, you know, the limited time that we had to source and the limited space. Because one day I do want to get like a tonneau cover or like a cap for my truck, so that we can have more stuff stored in there. But if we had the van, we probably would have been able to source a lot more. We weren't like as restricted on space. So given all the restrictions and challenges that we had this weekend, it turned out pretty successful if you ask me. And don't forget, this is a collaboration. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to look down in the description and see everyone else who has been in this collaboration and to go check out their videos. I'm excited to see how everybody else did. And yeah, I think that is gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know down in the comments what you thought, and that's going to do it. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.